Thank you so much for being here. To all my subscribers, my followers, either on here or on Instagram or TikTok or on my crochet group and my crochet page on Facebook. Thank you so much. We have reached already 5,000 people. I am so happy and excited. Thank you. And I also would like to mention for the newcomers, welcome. And I hope you're going to enjoy these patterns of mine and create them with us. Also, for the people that are interested to join my crochet group on Facebook, it's a private group. You have to have a profile in order to be a member. There's too many scammers going around in the crochet groups now, especially with the links bit or cut. Don't open them up because they are scammers. They go through your computer, your phone, and gather up all your information, steal your identity, and steal your money if you have bank accounts on there. So you have to be extremely careful with that. I also want to mention in the description box, there's the link to the video. It's about 2-minute video, how to slow down the video. If I'm too fast for you, you can slow it down. It also has the closed caption. Everything I'll be saying will be written down here. You could always pause, take notes, and continue the procedure by there. If your stitch is too tight, use a hook one size bigger. If it's too loose, use a hook one size smaller. And I also would like to mention, please give a thumbs up on the video, make your comments, share it on your Facebook public, have other people to recognize the channel. It's very important, especially when you're giving those thumbs up. This is how YouTube circulates the video quite often, and it helps us creators. Also, below the video, there's a $sign. You can donate to the creator, like myself. And this helps us, to continue on with production with threads and hooks when we need them. And this is how we can afford sometimes to buy it. In my case, I haven't had any help at all. So I've been, just doing everything out of my own, which is okay. I want to thank you if you want to donate to myself. Now, if you do donate to myself by clicking the little $sign below, I intend to take that money and go towards thread or hooks to the women in need desperately for thread that cannot afford. So I ask of you to please help out. Give whatever you can. And if you have extra yarn or thread, please contact me through my emails right below or through Facebook message, my Instagram. You can message me there. Everything will be listed below. We need to help these women out, and I cannot do it alone. I need your help to do it together. So I'd really appreciate, and I'm sure they too, if you see some of the comments on the videos before, you will see the desperate needs that they are to create. It's kind of sad to be looking at videos that want to create something and get their mind busy, and they can't because they have no thread for it. So please be generous. Please help out. Give a helping hand. Let's do this together for the women in need. I'll never get tired of asking for your help. Please do. I also want to thank one of the subscribers here. She's also in my group presently right now and follows me on my page on Facebook also and also on Instagram. Maggie, thank you so much for the donation of your thread to Charmaine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Bless your heart for doing that. So people, you can do the same thing. I gave her the information of the woman. She sent her thread out to her in Jamaica. So please do, okay? I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Always look ahead of the video before you create any pieces. Some mistakes or a change of plan can happen and we can correct, or I change my mind at the last minute. So it's always best to always look ahead before you do the next stitch. Very important. You will also need scissors, a small one to tuck in loose ends. And of course, your hook, size big or size smaller, it doesn't matter. When your chain or your stitch is too tight, extremely tight, even if I call out chain 1 or for separation for space, chain 2, you could always do an extra chain 3. It doesn't change anything on the pattern. If it's too loose, then cut down the chain. If I call 2 chain, then do only 1 because your stitch is too loose. Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you so much again, everybody. And I hope you're going to enjoy these tutorials. Thank you so much, okay? Oh, and not to forget, and if you don't want to donate through the little $ below the video, which is fine, I have my PayPal account below in the description box. You can donate to me directly through there so I can buy the thread and ship it out to these women. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's get started. Okay, also would like to mention, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It's free of charge. You don't get charged for any of that by just clicking subscription. And right when you click subscription, we'll have a little symbol of the bell. You need to click on there to get notified of my new uploads. Very simple as that. It costs you nothing, and it helps us creators to continue on to be recognized by YouTube, okay? Okay, so today we're going to create another one of my creations. I spent maybe about 12 hours breaking my head how to figure that one out because it's a table runner. And just to get one piece created, 12 hours I put into it. Of course, it's going to go like peanuts now, but as you create, you know, sometimes the stitch does not fit into the image that we have. So we have to play around a lot with it and frog it and redo it and frog it and redo it. And that's how it goes. So I have these. Of course, it's going to be into lavender, the purples. I have these colors that I'm going to use. These are 4-ply 100% Portugal threads, multicolored green, light lilac, and purples. And then I have this one that has the off-white with purple. And of course, I'll be using white. And I think that's pretty much it. So it's 4, no, not pretty much it, sorry. I have the plum color also. So I'll be using these 5 colors. Now, you can do them in blue, you can do them in yellows, you can do them in oranges, you can do them in greens, you can do them in tan, browns, whatever color you really like. You know, you can mix them up into the different colors and create the same pattern. It does not necessarily have to be in the purples. Okay, I'm doing purples because I have enough thread here to do it. So I try to use up whatever leftover threads that I have. I mean, I got to put them to use instead of just spending so much money on threads and getting, you know, bundles of thread when I have them. Okay, so I'm going to show you what the pattern looks like. I think that you will probably like it for sure because I know a lot of yous that I have on my Facebook enjoy my patterns. So here it is. There it is. And look at all the details on this, right? How gorgeous. Of course, it took me a little while to get it all together. Like I said, a few hours in, but I'm happy with the process. I know it's kind of big to show it like this, but for sure you saw it already on the picture at the beginning. These are flowers, and this is created all in one piece at the beginning. So we're going to start by here. Okay, and you can make the size you would like, smaller, bigger. This would be perfect into bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms. It does not matter because you can create the length you'd like on this. It all starts from here at the beginning. So the more flowers you create here and the length, the bigger your pattern will be. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone. Enjoy the tutorial. Thank you. Okay, everyone, so did a slip stitch knot, and I came in with my plum color. Slip stitch knot does not count as a stitch. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, and 4 chain. I'm going to come into my first chain, and I'm going to do a double crochet. Now I might have to go to video 2 on this because it's, you know, so many little details, and I might not have enough room on my mobile. Okay, so we ended up with 2 double crochet on the same space. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 more, 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to have 6 chains. You're going to come back into the third one, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to do another double crochet. We're going to do this little string going up this way. So chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back into your third one and do a double crochet. Make sure that you grab right in the center of both loops so it doesn't pull on the thread. So now I have 1, 2, 3 motifs here. I'm going to do 4. That one has 8. And you have to do them paired. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, okay? For the length you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back into the third one. 1, 2, and 3. And one more double crochet. So now I have my four motifs, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do one chain, and I'm going to come inside of the middle here where we did a double crochets, and I'm going to do 2 groups of 3 double crochet. This is so 1, 2. I'm not counting with that one chain we did, okay? And this is 3. So don't count with the chain we did, does not count for it. Now I'm going to do chain 2. 1, 2. This is hook size 3, by the way. People that might be asking, I usually work 3 or 3.5. And I'm going to do 3 more double crochets inside of the space here. So we're creating our first side of petals for the flower. Okay, so now we have 3 and 3, space of 2 chain. Coming directly into the next space where we have a double crochet, and create your 2 groups again. We're going to do this all the way to the end. So you have 2 more motifs here to do this too. 2 chain and 3 more double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you here on the last one. So I've done my 4. Now I'm going to do chain 5. We're going to work on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to hide my leftover thread here at the same time. And we're going to do the same thing as we just did. 2 groups of 3 double crochet. So 2 and 3. 2 chain. Still going to continue to hide my thread here. Makes it easier. Less tucking in at the end, right? When we can do it right now. And you have your first little flower. Again, we're going to go directly into the next space and continue to do exactly the same thing. 3 double crochet and 2 chain for space. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I finished doing my last one here, as you can see. I'm going to do chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to come into the first one here where I have that one chain. Remember, we went up one chain, and I'm going to close it in. I'm going to cut my thread, and I'm going to proceed with the white. Okay. Now, for the tucking in, I like to always go where I have the chains, because I know my next row with the double crochets inside of the space here is going to cover up the loose end here of the leftover thread. So it's one secure way. So I'm going through the loops back here, and then I'll just cut the excess, because I know some of you sometimes ask me how to tuck in the loose ends. Okay, so let's go with the white now. So I've done my slip stitch knot. I'm going to come in where we have the 5 chains in the corner and do a single. Tuck in my loose end. I also like to leave a little bit of thread here to tuck it in so it does not come apart, okay? So chain 2 or chain 3 for some views. I'm going to do another double crochet. So we're going to do 6 groups of 2 double crochet, separated space, 2 chain. Back in, double crochet, and another double crochet. 2 chain, and again. So we're going to build 6 groups of 2 double crochet, like that, okay? 2, 2 chain, 2, 2 chain. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 2 double crochet, space of 2 chain, chain 2. I'm going to come in directly where I have the 2 chain on my flower and create 3 double crochet, 2 chain again into the next flower where we have the 2 chain space and create 3 double crochet. And again, remembering what you do on one side, you have to do the other side. So on our last flower here, 3 double crochet and 2 chain. Now we're going to create those 6 groups again on the corner here. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. We're going to do this 6 times again, exactly like we did on this side. We have to do it and then do chain 2 and do in the center of the flower here, exactly like we did here. We have to do here also. So I'll meet you at the end. So I've closed my last one on the second chain here that we did, which is the last chain on our first double crochet. I'm going to cut my thread and I'm going to come in with the lavender. So I'm just going to tuck in go through some of the loops here. Okay. Okay, so I'm coming in with the lavender. I'm coming into the first double crochet here that we did. I'm going to do a single. Try to hide my thread at the same time. And I'm going to go up, chain 2. On the same space, I'm going to do 2 more double crochets. So I'm going to have a group of 3 double crochets in the same space, which is the first double crochet. I'm going to do chain 1, chain 2. Coming into the first double crochet again and create 3 double crochets on the same space. Chain 2 and again. So we're going to do this to all the group here in the corner the same way. 3 double crochets on the first double crochet. Okay, chain 2, and again on the first one. And we're going to do the last 2 also. So now we have these 6 groups with 3 double crochet on the first double crochet, separated by 2 chain 2. I'm going to come on my first double crochet here and do 1 double crochet, chain 2. I'm going to come in the center here and create 3 double crochet. Remembering what you do on one side, you have to do on the other too. Okay, next space, so 2 chain separation, next space, 3 double crochet, and again, chain 2. We're going to do the 3 double crochets in here, chain 2, and because this is the last group, we have to do exactly the same thing as we did here. 1 double crochet on the last double crochet, right? 2 chain, come into the first one and create our 3 double crochets again, exactly like we did on the other side. Chain 2, on the first double crochet, 3 double crochets again, just like that. Okay, so we're getting to the other side, so we have to repeat the same thing, right? First double crochet, 1 double crochet only, chain 2, and into the space with 3. Chain 2, into the next one, chain 2, into the last one, chain 2, and 1 double crochet only on the last double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to close it in on the 3rd chain with a slip stitch. Okay, so we close in with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain, the last chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3 chain. Next space, we're going to start to do increase here on the corners. So on your last double crochet, we're going to do 2 together. So we're going to have 4 now, 2 chain, and proceed the same way. 1 double crochet, next space, double crochet, and the last one, 2 together. So we're going to count this row 3. We're not going to count from the middle one. We'll count from the white. 1, 2, row 3. Okay, so I've done my 6 groups, 4 double crochet, adding 2 on the last one, 2 chain space. Now where we have that 1 chain, so chain 2, we're going to create a group of 3 now. So 1 on top of the double crochet and 2 in the space. 2 chain, and we proceed the same way again. 3 double crochet and 2 chain space. 3 double crochet and 2 chain space. We're going to come in where we have that 1 double crochet there, 2 in the space, and 1 on top of the double crochet. So you have to do exactly the same thing as we did here, and we have to do exactly on the other side the same way. 2 chain and come in and create your 4 double crochets, adding 2 on the last one. So 1 per space and 2 double crochets at the end. Continue yours and I will meet you at the end of mine. So you have to do your 1 on top of the double crochet and 2 inside, exactly like we did here. Okay? Okay everyone, so I've closed off with a slip stitch going into row 4. Remembering I said counting from the white one. 1, 2, 3, going into row 4, chain 3. We're going to do the increase again. We're always going to do this increase until the last row. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. It has to be even rows. So counting from the white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, counting from the white is 10, but if we count only from the lavender, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 rows from the lavender, 10 from the white. Okay. Two double crochet at the end. So we started with 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 chain, and we're going to proceed the same way. 1 per space and 2 on the last double crochet. I'll meet you here. Okay, so I've done my 6 groups with the increase, so there's 5 double crochets, 2 chain. Now we're going to repeat the same process as we did here on the second row. Okay, 1 double crochet only, 2 chain, and we come in to the space and create the 3 double crochets, 2 chain again, and into the next space. Two chain into the next space with 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and only 1 double crochet on the last one. 2 chain and into the groups and create your groups of 5 double crochet, adding 2 on the last one. Now I'm going to explain something to you. Okay, so here's the thing. In order for us to keep a straight line, this is why we need to do 1 row. You see we started with a 3, and then 1 row, 1 double crochet only. Next row 3, next row 1, next row 3, next row 1, next row 3, next row 1, next row 3, and the last one with 1. So you got to make sure when you do your last row, it has only 1 double crochet. This is how we're going to have the perfect square on there. Okay, so very important. Now, like I said, on the lavender, I have 8 rows. Is there 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows, sorry. With the white, it's 10. So I am going to do my 9 rows of lavender the same way as we've been doing. Always having 1 row with 1 double crochet, next row with the 3 until my 8th row, and then I'll come back to you once I am done. We always do the increase on the last double crochet with 2. So basically we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 11 double crochets on the 9th row. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 double crochets on the 9th row. I'll meet you at the end of my 9th row. Okay everyone, so I pretty much finished doing my 9 rows of lavender. With the white, it's 10 rows. Okay, so you're supposed to have 11 double crochets here at the end. Now, remembering when you're starting the flowers here and you go longer, it all matches the same way. It's the same process of doing the small one that I'm doing now. Coming in with the white now. So this will be row 11, counting from the white one. Okay, row 11, slip stitch knot, leave a little bit of string so you can hide it. And we're coming in and doing, I'm grabbing back loops only. I'll try to bring it up a little bit here. Single, turn my thread here so I can hide it, and chain 2. So that's like a double crochet. I'm grabbing back loops only. If you don't want to grab back loops, you can grab all of the stitch, but I think it gives that effect, that nice effect to the pattern. So we're doing 1 double crochet per space, and we're going to increase the same 2 double crochets on the last double crochet. And 2 inside of the last one here. Now where we have the 2 chain, we're coming in the center of it and doing 2 double crochet. This row will be like this all the way around, and then 1 per space until the last one we do 2 together. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So coming to the side ones is no different. Just want to make sure that you know. That's why I came back. So you're going to come in the center where you have your chains. You do your 2 double crochets and 1 per space. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all my double crochets, always adding 2 at the end on the corners on the last double crochet, and 1 per space on the chains. Now I'm coming in with the multicolored lavender, purple, green, beautiful color. And we're going to start doing the poof stitch. Okay, so we're going to do slip stitch knot. We don't count that as a stitch. I'm going to come in right here by grabbing both double crochet, both threads, so all the way through, single, chain 2. That will equal a double crochet. Oops, made a mistake, sorry. So do your single, sorry, and give it a nice little stretch a bit. Okay, try to focus a little bit more here. And then we're going to come in. We're going to do this 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And try to keep them at the same length. We're going to skip a space and into the next one. Okay. Also give it a stretch and pull through. Okay. Try to hide this here. And do 1, 2 chain. Okay. So now remember we skipped a space here. Okay. So we need to come back into where we skipped. Give it a stretch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. we're going to skip a space again. Of course, this is busy with that stitch we did, so don't get it confused. We're going to skip the space and go into the next one. Give it a little stretch and pull through. Chain 2. Just going to pull this little thread to the back because I'm going to tuck in a little bit more. Okay, so again, where we skip the stitch, we come back and stretch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip a space into the next one. Give it a stretch and pull through. 1 and 2. Again, come into the back one that we skipped. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to skip a space and into the next one. Give it a stretch and pull through. Chain 2. So this is your poof stitch. Again, come into where we skipped the space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip a space into the next one. And pull everything through. 1, 2. We're going to do this all the way around. So we're going to do one more time. Where we skip the space, the one behind. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip a space and go into the next one. Give it a stretch and pull through. 1, 2. Now, if you're not used to doing the poof stitch, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get it all through, but just give it a nice stretch and it will go through. I'll meet you at the end. This is going to be proceeded the same way all the way around. This is row 12. Okay, everyone, so I just want to show you we're near the end. I'm going to skip one and I'm going into the next one. So we see that it's right next to the poof there. So 1, 2. Still come back and do your last poof on the chain, on the one we skipped. So I have my 4 and I'm going to come in the same place as we started our first poof, and I'm going to close it in, and I'm going to do only one chain. Okay, so it can stay nice and firm like that. And it looks perfect, as you won't know where you started or where you ended it. Okay, so just bring your threads behind here, your leftover. Now, usually when it's detailed like this, I want to make sure that nothing comes apart. So I'm just going to give it a knot, and I'm going to do another knot. So just go through any loop back here, like that. And another knot, and I'm just going to pass my thread through the loops back here, because once we block it, nothing will come apart. And talking about blocking, I use softener, laundry softener. Once it's done, I stretch it out. I spray all over the pattern, stretch it with my hands, and I lay down in a flat surface and let it dry. It blocks, and it's like it was just freshly pressed ironed. Okay, gives it a nice little stretch. Okay, so we did row 12. with the poof. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And now I'm going to come in with the multicolored mix. Not multicolored. Well, it is multicolored because there's lavender, purple, and off-white with this one. Is it this one? No, sorry. Wrong. I'm coming back in with the white. So starting row 13, just bring it up a bit. I like to start at the beginning of the corners, you know, just before the corners. So I did my single 2 chain, 1 double crochet right in the space between the poofs. And I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. 2 double crochets per space. Next space, this is where we have the 2 chains, right? I'm doing groups of 2 double crochets all the way around row 13. So very simple, nothing to it, piece of cake. And we're almost there, people. Okay, so right in between the poofs, groups of 2 double crochet all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. I almost forgot to mention, on your last one here, or at least the one that's closest to the edge here of the motif, we need to do an increase because these are the curves. If you do only 2, it's going to pull too much. So we need to do 3 double crochet, okay? I almost forgot that part, and I had the same issue when I was creating the big pattern for trial. I had done it with 3 all the way around, and it was just overwhelming, too much. Okay, so we continue with the 2 double crochet per space, and we're only doing that increase only on the last one here on the corner edges. So we're still good. 2 double crochet per space. So here on my last one here, just before the end of the space here. So 3 double crochet. Okay. So basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's on your 6th one. Okay, so you continue again. 2 double crochet. Thank God I remembered to come back, and I'll let you know because I was going to proceed with 2 double crochet only, and then I remember, oh no, I have to do the increase. Thread stuck everywhere. So 2 double crochet per space. And on my last one here, I'm doing 3 double crochet. We need to do the increase. Okay. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on 7th, you do your increase. Okay. If it falls for you that way, I mean, sometimes it could have just fallen just way before. See, I'll give you an example. So we'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6th. This would be the 6th one here, but I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to do it on my 7th here. Well, yeah, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, on your 7th. Okay, so on your 7th one. Okay. Everyone, so we pretty much finished doing the 2 groups of double crochet in between where we have the chain of the poofs, in between poofs. And here on the last one, we have 3 double crochets increase. Then you'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on your 7th one, which is the last one here. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3. And then here the same thing. On your 7th one, we did the increase, and on the other side the same thing. So this is starting to look pretty good. Now the big one I have 60 centimeters long by 42 wide. So I'm sure this will be 42 wide because it's the same wideness as that. It's just that it will be shorter. Okay, we are going into video number 2 because I have too much memory already on my cell phone. So I'll see you in part 2 of this tutorial. Thank you, everybody. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's very important. I will see you there.